Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're tuned in, you know the NFL offseason has been anything but boring, especially for us Eagles fans. We had a lot of questions heading into the 2025 season, particularly about our quarterback room. Jalen Hurts, no doubt, is the unquestioned starter, the leader that has carried us to new heights in recent years. But behind him, the situation has been a bit murky, a bit uncertain. And with the season just around the corner, the Eagles have been exploring options to ensure they're ready for whatever comes their way. One of the most surprising twists, Carson Wentz, the quarterback who once led us to the NFC Championship and was a pivotal figure in our Super Bowl run, has made a remarkable move. He's re-signed with the Eagles. Yes, you heard that right. After a few years of being away, bouncing around teams like the Indianapolis Colts, and facing some tough moments in his career, Carson Wentz is back in Philadelphia. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Wait, Wentz back with the Eagles? Is that really happening? Well, it's not just rumor, it's confirmed. And it's a move that could have big implications for both Wentz and the team. Let's take a deep dive into what this means, how it happened, and what fans should expect moving forward. First, let's rewind a bit. When Carson Wentz was in Philadelphia, he was a figure of immense hope and promise. Before that ACL tear in 2017, Wentz was on fire. He was leading the league in several categories, making plays that seemed almost impossible, and most importantly, he had the Eagles in position to make a deep playoff run. His leadership was unquestioned, and he became a symbol of resilience and grit for the franchise. But as we all remember, the injuries and some inconsistency in the following seasons started to change perceptions. The 2020 season was a turning point, with Wentz struggling with injuries and performance, which ultimately led to his trade to the Colts. Fast forward to today, and the Eagles find themselves in a different position. Jalen Hurts' emergence as a franchise quarterback has been nothing short of spectacular. He's become a dual-threat nightmare for defenses, combining arm strength with athleticism and leadership. But as good as Hurts is, the backup situation has been less than ideal. Tanner McKee has shown promise, but other options like Kyle McCord and Dorian Thompson-Robinson haven't demonstrated consistency or the ability to step in and lead if needed. The front office knows that in the NFL, depth at quarterback is crucial, especially when competing for a Super Bowl. This is where Carson Wentz's return becomes significant. It's not just about bringing back an old face. It's about adding a seasoned veteran who knows the system, understands the city, and can step in if Hurts needs a break or if unforeseen circumstances arise. Wentz's familiarity with the Eagles' culture and coaching staff could translate into a seamless transition in case of emergencies. Plus, it presents an interesting dynamic. Wentz now has the opportunity to compete for the backup spot, possibly even push McKee, and prove that he still belongs at this level. Now, let's talk about what this means for Wentz himself. The last few years haven't been easy. His stint with the Colts had its ups and downs, and he faced plenty of criticism. But returning to Philadelphia, a place where he experienced some of his best football, could be a turning point. It's a chance for him to rehabilitate his image, to show that he still has the talent and leadership qualities that made him a star early in his career. And for the Eagles, it's a smart move, adding a player who can bring stability, leadership, and experience without the high cost of acquiring a new backup. This re-signing also speaks volumes about the Eagles' approach to this season. They're not just relying on Jalen Hurts to carry the team, they're reinforcing the entire roster. They're aware of the importance of having reliable backups, especially in a league where injuries are inevitable and depth can win or lose championships. The Eagles have been building a team that's not only talented, but also resilient, and Wentz's return fits perfectly into that puzzle. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFC East is shaping up to be more competitive than ever. The Dallas Cowboys, for example, have been aggressive in adding talent, and the Washington Commanders are always lurking with their own ambitions. For the Eagles, maintaining a strong roster with depth at key positions like quarterback could be the difference in making another Super Bowl push. And once back in the fold, it could be a boost for the locker room, a reminder of the glory days, and a source of motivation for everyone involved. From a strategic standpoint, the Eagles are showing that they're willing to adapt and learn from past seasons. They understand that a championship-caliber team needs more than just a star at quarterback. They need a well-rounded roster that can withstand the inevitable challenges of a long NFL season. Wentz's familiarity with the system, his leadership qualities, and his experience in high-pressure situations make him a valuable asset in this regard. It's also a message to the entire league. The Eagles are serious about competing again, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. Now, I want to highlight some of the statistical and historical context that makes this move even more intriguing. Wentz's stint with the Eagles was marked by some record-breaking performances early on. He threw for over 3,000 yards in his rookie season, and his 2017 campaign was one of the most promising in franchise history. Even in subsequent years, he showed flashes of brilliance, proving that he's still capable of making game-changing plays. His experience and leadership are invaluable assets, especially now, as the Eagles look to defend their NFC East crown and chase another Super Bowl. Of course, there are skeptics, and rightfully so. Wentz's career has had its share of ups and downs, and some fans question whether he can recapture that early magic. But the Eagles' coaching staff and front office are confident that with the right mindset and support, Wentz can contribute meaningfully. They see him as a mentor to the younger quarterbacks and a reliable backup who can step in and perform when needed. It's a win-win situation. Wentz gets a chance to revive his career in a familiar environment, and the Eagles strengthen their roster without sacrificing depth or flexibility. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, this move could prove pivotal. If Jalen Hurts stays healthy and continues to develop, Wentz's role might be limited to a supportive one. But in the unpredictable world of the NFL, having that experienced hand ready and available can be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. Remember, teams like the Eagles have always valued resilience, leadership, and experience, and Wentz embodies all these qualities. His return might just be a subtle yet powerful piece of the puzzle that propels the Eagles back towards Super Bowl glory. And let's not forget the fans. Philadelphia is a passionate city, known for its unwavering support and fierce loyalty to its team. Wentz's return will undoubtedly spark conversations, debates, and a lot of excitement among the fan base. Some will see it as a redemption story, a chance for Wentz to prove himself once more, while others might be cautious, remembering the ups and downs of his career. But what's clear is that everyone is eager to see how this story unfolds, and whether Wentz can indeed find a new chapter in Philadelphia's rich football history. In terms of team dynamics, this move also sends a message to the locker room. The Eagles are committed to building a resilient, competitive team that values experience and leadership. Wentz's presence can serve as a morale booster, a reminder of what the franchise has achieved and what it's capable of again. It also helps to create a healthy competition at the backup quarterback position, which is always beneficial for the team's overall performance. Looking at the division, the NFC East is shaping up to be a battleground. The Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders are all making moves, and the Eagles know they have to be at their best. Having a seasoned veteran like Wentz in the fold adds an extra layer of confidence, especially when facing tough opponents. It's about having that contingency plan, that veteran leadership that can step in and stabilize things if needed. In conclusion, the Eagles' decision to bring Wentz back is a strategic move rooted in both history and future potential. It's about more than just roster depth. It's about reclaiming a piece of their past while preparing for the battles ahead. Wentz's familiarity with the team, his leadership qualities, and his desire to succeed again make this a story worth watching closely. As we count down the days to kickoff, one thing is certain: the Philadelphia Eagles are not leaving anything to chance. They're building a team that's ready to compete at the highest level, and Wentz's return is just the latest chapter in their ongoing quest for NFL supremacy. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you see Wentz as a vital piece for our season? Or do you think this is just a backup move, and he won't see much action? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. Remember, this team is built on passion and community, and your voice is a huge part of that. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this season unfolds. Thanks for watching, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly.